Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into a truly fascinating narrative directly from the Quran. Today, we're going to be looking at the extraordinary life of Hazrat Isa, peace be upon him. Specifically, we'll unpack 5 of his major miracles and, the timeless lessons they still offer us right now. So let's dive right in. So I want you to picture this. Imagine a bird, fashioned entirely out of lifeless earth and dust, nothing but clay. Now picture Hazrat Isa simply breathing into that inanimate object, and suddenly, wings flutter, eyes open, and it literally takes flight as a living, breathing creature. I mean, that is an incredibly powerful, almost unimaginable image, isn't it? But it's not just some awe-inspiring story. It's a foundational event recorded in the Quran that really sets the stage for understanding the true nature of his miracles. Section 1. Introduction to Hazrat Isa is Divine Miracles from Allah. And that brilliantly illustrates our very first miracle. Just imagine the immense suffering of those marginalized by society back then. We're talking about people born without the gift of sight, never having even seen a sunrise, or those suffering from leprosy, isolated and in severe pain. By the permission of Allah, Hazrat Isa approached the absolute most vulnerable, the most physically afflicted, and miraculously granted them complete healing. It's this profoundly emotional story, really, of restoring dignity, health, and light to folks who are living in absolute darkness and despair. Let's just pause for a second and let that truth really sink in. Because beyond the physical act of curing the blind and the leper, what's the ultimate lesson here? It's that Allah is the healer of every illness. Whether it's a physical ailment that doctors just can't figure out, or maybe a deeply hidden spiritual sickness, this miracle serves as a timeless reminder for us. Ultimately, all healing descends directly from the Creator. Now there's a really stark contrast here. On one hand, you have this physical, tangible action of shaping a bird from mere mud and clay, right? It represents the absolute lowest, most basic elements of the earth. But then, the ultimate awe-inspiring lesson behind that fluttering bird is that Allah is capable of all things. Literally all things. He can pull life straight from dirt. He can create motion out of complete stillness. So, when we face obstacles that just seem totally impossible in our own lives, this miracle reminds us that the word impossible just doesn't even exist in the divine dictionary. All right, we come now to the third miracle, and I want to say this with immense reverence. Death is, the one absolute boundary of human existence. It's the final door. Yet, by the strict, undeniable command of Allah, Hazrat Isa stood before the deceased and brought them back across that boundary, right back into the realm of the living. It is a profound, earth-shattering disruption of the natural order as we know it, and it was meant to completely awaken the hearts of everyone who witnessed it.
So, the crucial question is, why? Why raise the dead in this worldly life? Well, it serves as a direct, undeniable proof that the day of judgment is the absolute truth. Think about it. If the Almighty has the power to return a soul to a lifeless body in this world through His prophet, then He most certainly possesses the power to resurrect all of humanity on the final day. This miracle effectively wipes away any shadow of a doubt about life after death.
Moving right along to the fourth miracle, and things take a slightly more mysterious, kinda intimate turn here. Imagine someone walking up to you and knowing exactly what meal you just ate in the privacy of your own dining room. Or, actually, scratch that, even precisely what provisions you have hidden away in locked cupboards. No way, right? But Hazrat Isa was given the extraordinary knowledge to reveal these hidden, trivial details of people's private lives. But again, why? Why would he be granted this specific knowledge? It's because it drives home an immensely powerful realization. Allah knows the unseen. Absolutely nothing is hidden from God's infinite knowledge. We might be able to close our doors, draw our blinds and hide our actions or our wealth from our neighbors, but we are never hidden from the Creator. He sees the visible and the invisible entirely equally.
And that brings us to the fifth miracle, which honestly paints such a vivid, magnificent picture. At the request of His followers who were seeking peace for their hearts and, a sign of ultimate truth, a grand, miraculous feast was sent down directly from the sky. Just imagine looking up and seeing a table spread with divine sustenance physically descending from the heavens to feed everyone gathered below. It's just a breathtaking display of divine generosity.
The big takeaway from this beautiful event is deeply comforting. It reinforces the lesson that Allah is the ultimate provider. Every single grain of rice we eat, every dollar we earn, every resource we rely on to survive, it all ultimately descends from His boundless treasury. We work and we strive, absolutely, but this miracle visually cements the spiritual reality that true sustenance comes solely from above.
Okay, let's quickly recap how this all builds together. 1. Healing the blind and the leper. 2. Breathing life into the clay bird. 3. Resurrecting the dead. 4. Revealing the hidden secrets inside people's homes. And 5. The magnificent feast descending from the sky. That's 5 distinct, awe-inspiring events, and they are all pointing to one grand conclusion.
Which brings us to Section 2, the lesson of Iman and Tawakkul, the core takeaway. So what does this all mean for us? It's all about tawakkul, that state of mind, complete reliance, trust, and unwavering surrender to God's plan and infinite power. When you truly internalize that the Creator can heal the incurable, give life to dust, raise the dead, see through walls, and literally feed people from the sky, how could you ever despair? These stories teach us to practice this ultimate tawakkul in our daily lives, letting go of our anxieties and just fully trusting in the one who controls all things.
So I want to leave you with this provocative thought as we wrap up this explainer. Knowing all of this, how will these 5 miracles change your level of tawakkul today? When you face your next impossible challenge, are you going to remember the bird made of clay? I would absolutely love to hear how this impacts your own faith. Please make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and definitely don't forget to like and follow for more deep dives into these explainers. Thank you so much for learning with me today.